There's a Helinox ground chair, number 1, and number 2 is the Helinox chair 0. And here I've got my regular sit pad. This is a new one I've just bought. First one is the Helinox ground chair. Now, as I said before, weight is important, and this particular chair is 640 grams packed weight, and the capacity of the chair is 120 kilos. Here it is here. When you get it out, it almost puts itself together. Clicks in. Like that. It goes on the back first. I find that the easiest, and then you stretch it over the lower ones. There it is set up. Now the advantage is it's got reinforced nylon at the bottom here where it locks in. This is an aircraft grade aluminium. On both chairs it's got reinforced stitching, on this chair and the other chair. It's got vents on the side for breathability. The advantage for me with this chair when I sit in it, my legs go out in front. I can even rock back on it a bit if I feel like it, and it supports my back well. The thing I like about the ground chair is I've got my cook pot here. When I take that out and put it on the ground, it's just at the right height, at ground level for my cook pot. All the stuff I can lay out on the ground around me, and it gives me the perfect height for doing my stuff on the ground next to me. I don't need it raised up, I can use it on the ground. That's an advantage for me. The other advantage, well, I showed you the round hardened bottoms on it. It doesn't sink into the ground as much as the other chair I'm going to show you. So that's an advantage as well. The disadvantage is it's slightly heavier than the other chair. These joins here sit on the ground. It's very problematical when you use it in sand or anything like that. Even though those rounded parts stop it sinking in the sand, the sand can get in the joins and scratch and damage the aluminium, and the sand can get in the slots, and it makes it really hard to operate, and it can damage it over time. The Helinox chair 0, the first advantage with this is the weight. It's around 510 grams packed weight, so it is lighter than the ground chair. Same as the other one. As I say, let it go, it almost puts itself together. and this is the Helinox Chair Zero. The comfort level I'd say is about the same as the ground chair. The small disadvantage with it for me is that I have to stoop down sideways to reach the ground. I'd really want, if I'm doing my cooking at camp, I'd want it raised up off the ground a bit, which is a bit of a disadvantage. As I said, one of the advantages is it's lighter than the ground chair. It's obviously easier to get out of it than the ground chair and back in, but hey, at the end of the day it doesn't really matter. So I can handle that. It's just I just want the comfort level. The disadvantage of this is, one of the disadvantages is the feet on the bottom. The ground chair basically finishes at that height there, but these you've got the 4 legs. Now the problematical thing with those is it sinks into the ground, particularly if the ground's, this ground here is quite hard, but any soft ground or the beach, it sinks right in. Now I've seen various methods that people use, from putting ping pong balls on the feet, the tennis balls, to the mini tennis balls, drilling a hole and slipping them on the feet, to having you can buy the cover that fits round the 4 legs, but for me that's just an extra I don't want to bring with me. I'm trying to trim down my kit, so bringing the chair I suppose is bad enough weight wise, but I don't want to add to that weight. My solution to that is, as you can see, I always wear my hiking gaiters, so if I'm in really soft ground I just put the gaiters under the legs. And even with the ground chair, if I'm on a beach and it's sandy, obviously it will be on the beach, as I said before, I will use those gaiters again. And that packs away exactly the same as the other one. But I must say, this Chair Zero does pack away a lot quicker, and it's a lot more compact, obviously because you haven't got the weight factor. Then I've got my common everyday sit pad, which I've just bought. It's got some elastic around it. There it is, sit pad. The advantages, well, unless I take a chainsaw to it, it's just about indestructible. The other advantage, of course, it only weighs 40 grams. Another big advantage, when you fold it up, it doesn't take up much room. I mean, the sit pad I can pull out at any time when I'm hiking. Round about lunchtime, whenever that might be, I look out for a convenient log or a convenient rock, pull out the sit pad, put it there, and I've got some comfort while I sit and eat my lunch. Whereas either of the Helinox chairs, I'm not going to get them out my pack and set them up for a short lunch break. I don't consider that worth it. So that's a lot of advantages, it seems, with a sit pad. And there are. 40 grams in weight, indestructible. You can pull it out whenever you want it. No inconvenience there. It takes any amount of weight. The chairs will only take 120 kilos, which is a fair amount of weight after all. But the big disadvantage with this, obviously, is comfort. You give that away. You can, you know, you can have it like that up against a tree where you have got some back support, but generally if you want to relax at the end of the day, it's not going to give you that benefit. Give the video a thumbs up, and if you have a mind to, subscribe to the channel. That'll be fantastic. Okay, Hike and Seeker signing out. Take care. Goodbye.